Hey guys, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. As I was saying before, I want to do this video. It's basically going to be based on the information I've actually got my hands on, and I read through them, analyzed them. As I said, this is basically from Sumerian tablets. Basically, their version of the creation of Earth. Let's go to listen to what the Bible said. You know, I'm quoting what the Bible said. It basically said God created the Earth in 6 days. He rested in the seventh. Once He created the world, then humans came into play. Right. So that's basically the whole concept of how the Bible put it. Well, first and foremost, guys, I'm not saying the Bible is wrong. That's what people need to understand. I know this is a very sensitive topic. I'm fully aware of it. Trust me. I know that I pissed off maybe pretty much for the past 2 days now. I've been talking about it. Probably like 200-300 people. Probably more than that. I'm fully aware of it because every time I share this information with people, or try to share this information with people, it's not something that sit well with people because we all grew up with this, I grew up in the church. I'm not saying I didn't grow up in the church. I'm not saying, listen, this is what people need to understand. You know, when I use the word holy rollers, I'm not saying the people that go to church, every one of them. You know, I'm not saying, hey, if you go to church, when I use that phrase is, these are the people that are so quick to use the Bible to condemn people, and they're perfect. They don't do nothing wrong. You know, they're normally some of the biggest critique you could possibly find. And one of the main tools they use to criticize people with is the quote unquote word of God. And I'm not saying the Bible is not the word of God. I'm going to say the Bible is not the exact word of God. The Bible is a historical book. The events that happen in the Bible, these stories, are real because I've done my research on them. The story of David, it's real. The flood is real. There's giants in the Bible. They're finding giant skeletal system all over the world right now. And every time they find them, the government swoop in and take them. So I know what the Bible is saying is real. The Bible talk about David. It talk about Solomon. Solomon is also in the ancient history. Solomon used to go to Asia and interact with the monks, and he used to come on a flying corporate, quote unquote. They say a flying corporate. Hi, Paige, how are you? And so basically, it's celestial technology. Now, first and foremost, let me let you guys know about the earthquakes that's going on right now in La Palma. It's a lot of quakes going on there today, guys. They're having a lot of quakes. I mean, they had a quake today, shaking. We had a 5.0. They had a 5.0. They had a couple 4.0. They had over 40 quakes, around close to 3.5. I mean, the quakes in La Palma is insane. I mean, there's, just to list off the big quakes starting, and there's a lot more quakes than that. Just in the threes, the mid threes, 3.5, they had 38 quakes so far at La Palma there today. So let's just say 40. Okay, and they have 4.0, 5.0, and the smaller quakes, they have a whole bunch of them. So just so let you guys know that the situation in La Palma is not getting any better. It is what it is. It's still there, and there's nothing really that we can do. So anyway, let's get back to that. What I was saying to you guys before. Now, what happened? There was a planet in our solar system, guys. And as I said, first and foremost, I know this is a very uncomfortable topic for a lot of people. A lot of people are not going to die. This is not going to sit well with people. And, I get it. According to Sumerian history, tablets, there was a planet in our solar system called Tiamat. Tiamat. It's basically an Earth. A big Earth. Twice the size of Earth, half the size of basically Jupiter. A little bit bigger than twice the size of Earth. Now, we do have an interaction with our binary system every 3,600 years. A day to God, guys, is 3,600 years of human years is one day in God's world. In his world, with his people, is one day. So that's why these people are immortal. So our solar system been interacting with this binary system for, I would go as far as saying many millions of years. All right, because the Earth that we're on right now, according to scientists, and they don't know the exact number, it's like around 5 million to 6 million years old. I'm not saying they're right, and I'm not saying they're wrong either, but I don't think no one know how old this Earth is. But let's just go according to Sumerian texts now, which were the first civilization to be established, and which were one of the first civilizations to interact with celestial beings, which are the Anunnakis. All right. Now, according to them, this planet Tiamat had a collision with that planet that leave that binary system that come in our binary in our solar system is called Nibiru, Planet X, Wormwood, whatever you want to call it, same planet. It got moons around it. Now, it had a collision with Earth, with Tiamat at that point. At that point, millions and millions of years ago, guys, Earth was Tiamat, which was twice the size of Earth, a little bit bigger than twice the size of Earth. It was called Tiamat. Humans wasn't on Earth at that point. According to the Sumerian text, at that point, it was basically the Anunnakis that basically occupy that planet. And also Marduk was also ruling Mars before Mars turned out to what it is right now. According to Sumerian text, they had a war, they had a nuclear explosion on Mars, and Mars ended up to be what it is right now. So, and as I said before, we're going to Sumerian text here. Now, according to Sumerian text, the Earth, Tiamat at that point, which is Earth then, had a collision with the moon of Nibiru, 2 of the moon, and destroyed basically the entire planet. The whole planet was destroyed. And so what we have now, the Earth that we are on, is basically from Tiamat, which is half the size. Now, the other half basically is what occupied the asteroid belt in our solar system. All right. Now, theologians, scientists, a lot of people have present this information to them. And this was found in 1846, I think, on Sumerian tablets that explain what really happened when it comes to the creation of Earth. They don't want to accept it, guys, but they have done further studies. They have gotten rocks from the asteroid belt and they have tested them. And this is the fun thing about the experiment they did. All the minerals that's located here on Earth are identical to the asteroid belt. But yet, the proof is there for the scientists to see that there's a relationship between the asteroid belt and Earth. All the minerals, nitrogens, are embedded in the rocks. All the minerals that we are accustomed to here on our Earth are found there in the asteroid belt, embedded in the rocks. So even though the proof is there supporting the text, the Sumerian text, supporting it 100%, they still refuse this. They don't want to believe it, but yet they still run their experiment, and which was kind of cool. But this, as I said, guys, is not common knowledge. So when Earth was destroyed, what happened according to the text, these Anunnakis came down and had to rebuild, reform Earth, because their planet was already in our solar system, so they already interacted with Earth when that happened. So yes, God did create the Earth that we're on right now. It was something else before, a bigger Earth that got completely destroyed, and they have to basically revamp the whole thing. It wasn't just God that do it, guys. He had help. He had a lot of help. According to the Bible, they called them angels. They were the Anunnakis. They came down. They had to reorganize everything, because at that point, Earth was shambles. It was in chaos. So they had to fix it, because their moon from their planet destroyed Tiamat completely. All right. And that's basically what happened according to the Sumerian text. But in the Bible, where it says God created the heavens and the earth and he took 6 days, and the Bible, I'm not saying the Bible is wrong. I know for a fact God did not take 6 days to create the earth. He did not. I would rather use the word, I'm not changing anything really after the information that I've just found out. I'm not trying to change nothing on people, because I know how people are. They get really sensitive when it comes to this type of topic, because this is going against core belief. All right. Now, what I think what I think, according to the information that happened, is that they came and they reorganized everything all over again. They have to reorganize everything and create another Earth so they can come to it. They use Earth as a place of basically getting natural resources, stuff like gold. They need gold from this planet, and that was the purpose of Tiamat. Tiamat was a planet that they go and get the stuff they need, stuff like gold. So they have to make sure that, okay, it's now destroyed, we have to fix it. And the reason why this planet Tiamat is destroyed is because of our interference with the solar system, because we enter the solar system on our planet, and our planet, the moon of our planet, destroyed it. So we have to make, set things right. I'm just ad-libbing to the whole story, but that's that's just me, basically the gist of what happened according to the tablets. So the Earth that we're on at this point, it's from a previous Earth, even though guys, the previous Earth at that point did not have human being. Okay, so I just want to share this information with you guys. It's not common knowledge. It's not something you're going to hear, and it's not something you want to tell a pastor, because you're going to be the spawn of Satan, because I've done that before, and they don't want to hear it, because this will literally throw out everything they've been putting, feeding to the public. It will crumble everything, the whole structure of it. But as I said before, I do read the Bible. I'm not saying the Bible is wrong. I'm not saying I'm not going against it. I just said I'm letting people know I go beyond the Bible to get my information, and I look at the information. I look at the information and I digest what I'm reading. I do believe the story of Revelation in the Bible story, the Bible version of Revelation, it's not accurate. I can honestly say that it's not accurate. But as I said, I'm not trying to upset people. It doesn't mean it's not 100% accurate. It's not detailed. That's the word. It's a better choice of word. The story in the Bible about the creation of Earth is not detailed. I'm not saying God didn't create it. Of course, God created the Earth. He helped to create the Earth after Tiamat got destroyed. But God did not do this alone, guys. He didn't. According to Sumerian texts, there were other deities with Inki creating this, basically reorganizing the whole thing. And that was millions and millions of years ago. So the destruction of the first Earth, which is Tiamat, happened. The reason why it was destroyed was because of our Creator coming back into the solar system, which happened every 3,600 years. And the moon from their planet destroyed Earth. As I said before, guys, this information, I know it's going to rub people the wrong way. I already know that. And it wasn't something I wanted to do, but I know by doing this, I know a lot of people are going to get mad at me. I know a lot of people are going to scream at me. And it does, I'm not saying I don't believe in God either. Don't use that against me. Because to be real with you folks, the more I study this type of topic and do my research, the more evidence I've found of a creator. I have a creator. There is a God. There is, trust me. And it boggles me to know that people will say there is not a higher form of intelligence. And I've seen their technology. First, I've seen it firsthand. So I know there is higher beings out there that have their job to do. I'm not saying I've seen God. I've seen the work of God. I've seen their technology that they use. I've seen them. I've gotten close to them, and it boggles my mind. There's no word. I can't even find word to describe what I saw. When I saw what I saw, I can't find words. But it cemented my belief to know that we are not alone. I don't know why they showed themselves to me. And I know they didn't just show themselves appeared to appear. They did it purposely for me. Because they've done it again, and they did it again, and they did it get enough of it. I couldn't get enough of it. And all I did, I just changed my schedule. I like to run. I like to be active. I changed my schedule to one morning, and I start running at 4 in the morning. I like to run. There's a lake. I run around the lake at 4 in the morning. And for 6-7 months, I did it. Every week, I was seeing something that was, I thought I was crazy. I thought, and the last week that when they stopped showing themselves to me, they got as close as 10 feet. And I know it wasn't just one. It was many of them. Many of them. And I don't know why they did it. So what that did, while I was on my journey to find truth, it cemented the information that I was reading. It proves to me that what I'm reading is true. There is a higher race out there that's responsible for us. And that race have a leader. Someone that lead them, just like how we have a government. Someone in the White House, the king, the queen. You see what I'm trying to say to you? That give laws and legislation. You see what I'm trying to say to you? So that's basically what's really going on here. Human got into the whole picture with Earth like around 400,000 years ago. Because, and that's a fact. And a lot of people, when I gave this information, be like, how do you know that? How do you know humans been here that long? Well, they found a cave in Africa, a gold mine that dated back over 400,000 years old. And guess what was in the cave? Human remains were there, showing proof of actually mining for gold. And according to the Sumerian text, the reason why we were created by the Creator is to mine for gold. They needed the gold and they didn't want to do the work because they used the gold in their atmosphere. So when they found that information in Africa, and I already know about the Sumerian information, what that did for me again is cemented the information that I was getting. Said, oh my God, this is real. What I'm reading, my research, I'm on point. I'm on the right track. I'm on truth to finding truth. I went on that path, I would say 13 years ago. And what happened to me? The Pandora box opened. And you know what I've learned about the Pandora box, guys? Once that box is open, you cannot close it. Oh wow! Somebody said, "You see this? You see how personal people get." Somebody's calling me a fool. That's why I said this information, guys, is gonna rub people the wrong way because they're so ingrained to the Bible. You're so ingrained to it that if you make one step out of that realm, you're crazy. Something is wrong with you. You see, Rebecca Owen, you see, she don't even know that this girl, Rebecca Owen, called me a fool. And she don't even know the history of the Bible. You see, I asked, no, she's the fool. She's the fool. And I don't like to do that, guys. I'm just trying to prove a point here. If I ask Rebecca, I will give you $100 because you're online. I'll give you $100 and I'm a man of my word. What is the history of the Bible, Rebecca? You see, you are so tied to this book. You're so tied to it. No, Rebecca Owens, yeah, you just called me a fool here. This is the lady she called me a fool. I'm trying to prove you guys a point. And I want to give her free money. I want to give her $100. Rebecca, yes, I'm talking to you. You just typed this less than a minute ago. And I'm willing to give you $100 cash out of my own pocket. And I will give it to you with a big smile on my face, Rebecca. You call me a fool. You call me a fool. And I'm dying to give you money because you're so ingrained to the Bible. Please, just in 5 minutes, give me a brief history of the Bible, Rebecca. Please. Please, I want to give you money, Rebecca. I'm dying to give you money. You see, she's the one who called me a fool. I'm dying to give her money. And she will hold that Bible and think, you see, because I went outside the box, I'm a fool. Remember, guys, I said, I read the Bible. I'm not against the Bible. You see what I'm trying to say to you? But they're treating me now because I went outside the box. I'm the spawn of Satan. You see how people are? You see how they are? I want to give this girl money. Where is she? She don't even respond. Rebecca, I'm dying to give you money. Come on. Come on, Rebecca. I'm giving away $100 to Rebecca here. Come on, cheer for Rebecca. Let's cheer for Rebecca. I want to give Rebecca $100 here. Come on, Rebecca. I'm the fool. And I want to give you money. The fool want to give you money. Why don't you accept it? And all the fool is asking you, give me a brief summary of that Bible that you hold dear. Come on. Come on, Rebecca. You see, she can't even answer me. But yet she will be so quick to jump at me and call me a fool. Who's the fool here? You see what I'm trying to say to you guys? Who's the fool here? I'm giving you guys the information and I'm begging people to do their research. But instead of doing their research, and you know why a lot of these people won't do their research, folks? They are afraid of what they might find. They are. This is not common knowledge. Tiamat is not information you'll find with a lot of people. It's very rare I meet people that know about that. I'm talking about this is before the existence of this earth that we're on. And the only place you could find this information, guys, it's unless people take time to study Sumerian history. Half the people don't even know who the Sumerians are. So when you even mention to them, oh, you're a fool, and they have no clue. But yet I'm the fool. But I'm informed. You see how crazy it is? I'm still waiting to give this girl $100 and she won't even answer me. The fool want to give her $100, guys. You see my point? I'm trying to prove a point here. You know what? Rebecca, I make it even better. I make it even sweeter. I give you $200 cash right now. Just answer my question, please. Rebecca, come on, it's $200, man. I'm waiting, Rebecca. I'm waiting. $200. The Bible, just a brief history of it. Come on. $200 cash. Where did Rebecca go? She just commented here like 2 minutes ago. She was online. Where did she go? And I want to give her money. I'm just trying to prove a point. I'll keep it real, guy. I'm not being a dick. I'm trying to prove a point to people. You see a person like that is the holy roller. You see what I'm trying to call these holy rollers? They'll use things to chastise you. They'll chastise you, especially that Bible. If you step outside that box, they'll chastise you with it. And you're evil and you're spawn of Satan. But yet I want to give this woman money that just called me a fool because I'm giving very valuable information here. But yet I'm a fool, and the fool want to give her money by having her answer one question. And I've even doubled the money, $200 cash. She can't even answer me. I'm trying to prove a point. But she's willing to jump on my back and call me a fool. You see the society we live in today, guys? Now you see the reason why I love humans. Going back to the fact when I told you guys how I love them and I want to help humans. I want to. That's why I do what I do. I do this to help people. I'm not asking you guys for anything. I'm glad you watched my video. I'm glad you shared my video. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to. I'm on a journey of truth. I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm on a journey of truth. And I know the information that I'm giving you, I know it's true. And I'm not saying the Bible is wrong either. Keep in mind, I don't see the Bible as a religious book. If you listen to me carefully, I said a historical book. With history, you can add and take whatever you want out of history and put whatever you want in it. Because they've done that to the Bible. It doesn't make it wrong. They've taken up books out of the Bible that they don't want people to read. If people read the book of Enoch, they'll have a better understanding of the Anunnakis, the visitors that come to earth, that help humans to grow. Teach them agriculture, farming, math, government, school system. Teach them about how to do, basically teach us everything we know. Enoch explained everything in his book. Enoch walked with God, right? According to the Bible. Is the Bible wrong? No. The Bible is not wrong. The Bible is right. He did. He did. He did. I'm not going against God in any way, or anyone religion in any way. I'm not. I'm not, guys. Trust me. I have no evil intention inside of me, period. I'm just a guy who just loves to research. I love to read. I am in love with read. I'm in love with knowledge. I'm a student of life. I started this maybe 13 years ago. And then when I came across this information and I consider it and I call it truth, why should I go to my grave with this in my head? I ask myself this every day, and I know humans are screwed. If I could help one person from not suffering from what's coming in the future, I'm going to help that person. Doesn't make me perfect. I'm not saying, I'm not looking for any reward out of it. The only reward that I want out of this is the fact that, I did what I needed to do to help that person. However that person take it, or whatever that person want to do with my information, it's up to them. I can feed a man knowledge or a woman knowledge. I cannot force that woman or man to think. I can feed them, and that's all I'm doing. I'm feeding people. I'm feeding you. Whatever you want to do with it, guys, it's completely up to you. It's like taking a cow to a pond. You can take a horse to a water, but you cannot force the horse to drink it. But you did your part. You took the horse there, said, you got to drink water. But the horse decided, I don't want it. All the person's trying to do is to save the life of the horse. It's up to the horse to say, oh, maybe I need to drink the water to stay alive. All I'm doing is feeding people information. That's it. I'm not asking you guys for nothing. So yes, I did. And I know the consequence of what I'm doing. I'm fully aware. These 5 days are going to be hell for me. I'm the spawn of Satan. Guys, I've been through this before. You think I'm not aware of what I'm doing? I'm fully aware. Every time I decide to talk about this with anybody, they label me as the devil himself. And they will not do any research. Nothing at all. But I took it upon myself to help humanity by giving information. I can't help them. This is the best possible way I know fit to help humans. I have to help myself, and I have to help the people around me that I care about survive what's coming. That's as far as I can take it when it comes to my immediate circle. But when it comes to people in a whole, the best way I can help them is this. By giving them what I'm good at. I got a whole bunch of knowledge here. Why should I go to my grave with this? Why? And watch people suffer. Why should I sit there and knowing just by giving them a nugget of truth, it will make their life so much better a couple of years from now. But I choose not to do it. Not that I did, but if I choose not to do it, how can I sleep at night? Why would God give me this information knowing that I can use it to help people? Why? And I choose to do that. This is a choice that I choose. And trust me, there's a lot of time I don't want to do it, guys. I'm being honest. You know why? Because of the backlash I get from people. Public enemy number one is this guy when it comes to people. Every time I give people truth and it go against their core belief, I'm the spawn of Satan. See, she just called me names a while. She called me a fool. I tried to explain something from the Sumerian information, and this woman called me an idiot. I begged to give her money. and she hadn't even responded to me just by giving me just some brief information. But she hadn't responded to me, but in her head, I'm a fool. You see how people are so quick to call you names, chastise you. You see, when I said holy rollers, guys, you see, it's not for everybody. If you go to church, praise, I'm not calling you a holy roller. I'm not. These are the holy rollers right here. Perfect example. Right here. They'll use, especially the Bible, and demonize and chastise you with it. And call you, basically call you the devil. Those are the people I'm talking to. I'm not trying to offend. If you guys are going to church, if you're Catholic, Muslim, Jew, whatever, God bless you guys. Go to church. Go to your temple. Go to your mass. Go worship God. Go worship whoever you want to worship. I encourage that. I'm not telling you to stop. I'm not telling you the Quran is wrong. I'm not telling you the Bible is wrong. I'm not telling you anything like that. I'm telling you the history of it. And if you can prove me wrong with what I'm saying, I will give you $200 cash. I'm begging people to prove me wrong for the information that I'm giving people, to give them money. But yet no one have taken me up on this. The Bible. We're talking about the Bible here. I don't want to talk about anything else for the next couple of days. And I know what I'm doing. And I know the reaction I'm going to do is going to happen with this. People are going to get mad. People are going to get pissed. See, people are doing mental gymnastic trying to explain scriptures to me. They're all over the damn place because they're that furious at me. I could see the fumes, the smoke coming out their head, the ear, by the way they're writing their comments. It's like, holy cow, this person's mad at me. For example, Rebecca Owen. Yeah, Rebecca Owen just called me a fool for giving valuable information. I'm a fool. See what I'm trying to say to you guys? Sorry to use her as an example, but she's the perfect example. The Holy Rollers. Perfect example. Guys, I try to stop doing these videos here on Facebook. I tried. But for some reason, I can't. I don't know why. I can't. Sometimes I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore. But I can't. I can't sleep at night knowing that what I have in my head can save people, because we're screwed. When are you guys going to wake up to this information? We're screwed in every angle. We're screwed because there is a planet in our solar system that's coming towards Earth. There's a gravitational pull on our planet. Our planet is now at around 24.5 degree tilted on its axis. A libtard the other day when I tried to write it on Facebook told me, oh no, it's because the sun and the moon is mooning, the planet is not tilted. I was like, the stupidity that's out there is mind-boggling. Seriously, and that is one of the reasons why I didn't want to do it, because I'm dealing with the libtards and I don't want to deal with the libtards, but yet I can't stop because I know there's people out there that need this information. Look beyond that. Look at the people that need it, but to get to them, I have to go through the libtards. I have to. For example, Rebecca Owen, she's a perfect libtard. Yes, she is. I'm not being disrespectful to her. I'm telling you like it is. She called me a fool for no reason. Libtards talk. First thing they do, chastise you. And people, I'm not name calling. People are like, oh, you no, I'm not name calling. Show me where I'm wrong with what I just said. That's all I ask people. Yes, there's libtards out there. Show me where I'm wrong. If you're an idiot and I call you an idiot, am I name calling? No, you're an idiot. You are an idiot, so I call you an idiot. I'm not name calling. I'm calling you like it is. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Name calling to me, if somebody is purposely, deliberately calling you a name knowing that you're not that person, that is what I consider name calling. But if you are an idiot and I call you an idiot, I'm not name calling. I'm just calling you for who you are. If you are a liar and I call you a liar, I'm not name calling. I'm calling you for who you are. If you're a thief and I call you a thief, I'm not lying. I'm just calling you for who you are. Come on. Ladies, fellas, hear me out. No one's perfect. If you've been cheated on and your spouse, you look at your spouse and like, hey, you're a cheater. Are you name calling your spouse? No, you're not. You're calling him for who he is, right? Right? Am I wrong here? So when I say libtard, come on, guys. For the conscious folks out there know what's going on. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong. Isn't there a bunch of libtards out there? A whole bunch of them. If you try to wake them up, or try to educate them, or try to make them aware of the real reality, they're the first person to call you names, even when you're trying to help them. Ridicule you. I'm not calling people names. I'm calling them libtards because they are libtards. If you're a liar and I call you a liar, it's because you're a liar. I'm not calling you names, guys. I call no one no names. People get emotional and people get sensitive when I say these things because I'm hitting too close to home. There's some nugget of truth in what I'm saying, and they feel what I'm saying and it's not sitting right with them. So they get pissed. I got too close to home. That's what happened. That's why they get pissed at me. Anyway, guys, I love y'all. La Palma is great. I try to do another video tonight if I can. All right, so I have to go running. I have to go get, I try to get this. I didn't go running today. I need to go running. I need to go run at least 3 or 4 miles. It's something I got to do. I got to go blow off some steam. It's just who I am. So I try to get another video tonight before I go to bed. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope this helps. I have more information for you tomorrow. As I said, my information, guys, it's not common knowledge. And I know exactly the consequences of what I'm doing for the next 5 days. I'm going to be the spawn of Satan. For example, someone just called me a fool for no reason by giving them great information. So you see what I'm about to encounter for the next 2 more days, and they're getting so pissed at me, and it's not even Friday yet. All right? And I did promise you, by Friday, they're going to be pulling out their hair. Trust me, they will, because I already know what I'm doing. You guys have a great day. God bless y'all. I love y'all. Y'all stay safe. And I hope this information helped. All right? Ciao.